When you want to talk about one of the most outspoken retired NBA players, Vernon Maxwell takes the cake. Vernon Maxwell joins us today at Bally Sports Network. What's going on, Chief?
Man, just chilling, man. Just hanging out, man. Glad to be on your page. Glad to be doing this with you, man. I'm happy you got me on here. I've been waiting on this one.
You won an NBA championship with the Houston Rockets in '94. Legendary battle between the New York Knicks and the Houston Rockets. I've seen Kitty Smith, your former Rockets teammate, discuss his level of outspokenness on that team versus Robert Horry. Who was really the voice of reason on that Rockets bench back then?
I keep telling Kenny, I keep telling those guys that y'all keep me out of all that old mess, man. Because every time I turn around, somebody calling me or because I fall asleep on games because a lot of the games at the end, I be asleep and I wake up towards the end and I hear Kenny, Charles, and Shaq, and I hear my name come up. I be like, man, why y'all keep bringing me up? But everybody knows. Kenny knows. I know. Everybody on that team know who's the emotional leader and, who was one of the leaders on that team besides Dream. Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and as well as Hakeem Olajuwon, in my mind, are probably one of the most underrated centers in the league. You being teammates with Hakeem, I think you'd have license to answer this. Do you think that because he's soft-spoken, people don't always put him in the same conversation as the Bill Russells and the Shaqs?
Well, he ain't always been that way, soft-spoken. But when he became Muslim, he turned into a whole different player, a whole different animal. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. He was fasting and not eating through the day and still going and play. And it was crazy. I've never seen nothing like it before. But he was a better teammate and everything. But I think a lot of had to do with when he didn't say a lot when he became that real, when he found out who he really was and the player that he really could be. When he played with us, when he had that window where he was just killing everybody. He was the best player in the league. I know Mike wasn't there, but still, even if Mike probably was there, I would probably, he was playing out his mind. Those 2 years. So, but I think he's, in my eyes, I know he's one of the top 3 centers to ever play the game. Because you got a lot of errors, and you got to put the errors in perspective too. Because you got way back in them days, you had them guys. Them guys were 6. My height playing center. You know what I mean? And you got Bill. Come on now. So, so it's different errors, and that's what I always say about this game. You know what I mean? Because it's hard for me to say what LeBron would have did against Mike, and it's hard for me to. I don't like to try to judge and do that. But like I said, it's different eras, and I think Dream is in the top 3 all-time centers. That's where I'm going to put it at.
The '94 finals that you and your Rockets participated in, to me, was so ahead of the curve because I really feel like your team was the first team to really utilize a stretch 4 and Robert Horry, being a power forward that played the 3-man's game. I feel like also the Rockets using Hakeem. Hakeem was the dominant force within you guys' system. Is there anybody in the NBA currently that reminds you of your Rockets team?
I think right now it's Phoenix Sun because Aiden, I like him. He's turned out to be way better than I thought he would be. You could tell he's worked on his game and. He's got low post. He got real low post moves, and he can shoot the 15-footer. And that's what Dream. He knew what he can do, and that's all he did, and he did it very well. And that's where this young player's becoming too. Aiden, he knows what he can do, but the thing that they don't throw it inside to him. We used to go inside the Dream first, and then. We just wait to see what the defense is going to do. If you're going to play him man-to-man, we're going to stand back out there waiting until somebody – because eventually you're going to have to go down there and double it. Because, he's going to get 12 straight buckets. 6 straight buckets. So you're going to have to – you got to adjust. So And we just sit out there and wait and let that. We just feed off whatever the other team did. I mean, so for instance, throw it in the dream. You got Kenny, myself, Rob Horry. I mean, and sometimes Sam and Mario. I mean, we had all kind of guys come off the bench can shoot it. So
your proclivity to smack talk Michael Jordan has been well documented. Chris Childs was recently on our show and discussed playing golf with Michael, talking smack in the tunnel. Was there ever a nice word shared between you and Michael off the court?
Well, yeah, me and Mike. I mean, like everybody understand, that was on the court when me and Mike were what we was doing. I mean, we're two competitive spirited guys. I mean, he loved himself when he's out there, and I think, you know, I just thought, you know, I was a dog when I was out there too, you know. So, and I appreciated what was going on out there. You know, I mean, I loved it. I mean, everybody else thought it was like, they just hate each other. No, we didn't hate each other, because people don't understand, after the game was over, like, you know, we spoke, and like he see me and my ex-wife now. He'll see me and my ex-wife out at dinner. We'll be at the same restaurant, and he'd come over and I go over and we speak and we'll talk. And I mean, it wasn't like that. I mean, it's just a competitive side. That's what everybody saw. But that's the way I had to play, you know. I mean, and if I played any other way, man, I'd have got killed. He would have killed me.
James Harden, does he come out with a vengeance next season for the Brooklyn Nets?
Of course, yeah. He's going to get healthy. He's going to come back. But I think they're going to win it next year. I'm telling you, man, he come back healthy, man. I mean, they just all got to be healthy, be on the same page, man. And I love Kyrie. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I love Kyrie. I mean, I love his game. When he step on the floor, man, he handled his business. You hear what I'm saying?
I do.
And that's all. I mean, I don't care about all this stuff they be talking about, what's going on off that floor. Hey, when that ball get thrown up and he healthy, he handled his business. So I love him. And James Harden, I know he's got a chip on his shoulder next year. I know he's coming back. It's going to be crazy. And then, you know, KD likewise. I mean, he's going to come back. You know, I mean, those guys they got to get used to playing, and they got to gel together. They got to get that camaraderie and stuff like they used to be. I know they were just good out there this year. But wait till next year. They're going to be, wow, it's going to be crazy to see, man.
In an era where everyone makes Michael Jordan and LeBron James comparisons on the regular, 10 years from now, will the margin be any closer?
Nah, I don't think. I mean, I don't think the margin's going to get close. I mean, because, Mike is Mike, and like I keep saying, it's different eras, man. And I mean, I love LeBron James, man. I love what he does in the community. I love him. He's a family man. I love everything about LeBron James, man. I mean, for me, I ain't never play against him, so I believe in the physicality, and I believe in, you know, that, and he makes everybody better around him, and I believe in, and he's a winner, but I mean, it's hard for me to put somebody above, you know, Mike.